Sony is sending out the Platinum Trophy rewards to more people, so totally check your email if you don't have this awesome looking avatar yet. We will take a look at some awesome Spider-Man PS4 pictures that you sent me, and I want to take a look ahead as well at more superhero games that might see the light of day this year and even release this year, with Square Enix expecting a major release at the end of this year, and that could very well be the Avengers project. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. If you got the Platinum Trophy in Spider-Man PS4, and let's be honest, it's not that hard to get, well then you should check your email, including your spam, because Sony might have sent you an email recently with a code for an awesome Platinum Trophy avatar. A month or so after launch, people in the US got an email about this, but Europe and the UK, as far as I know, did not get anything, including me. I'm from the Netherlands. Well, that changed a few days ago, because I and many other people got an email with a code to download the avatar. This is what the email looks like, thanks to a picture from Unexpected Ranting on Reddit, and then you got your code like below that avatar picture. So it's highly likely that you got a code in your email box if you don't have one yet. Otherwise, I would suggest that you contact Sony, because it should now not be exclusive to the US, also EU and UK like I already said. Not sure about Canada though. Hopefully they also are able to get a code. If you got your email with a code, then you can insert it in the PlayStation Store and then immediately like use the avatar as well. I'm rocking it right now and it looks very sweet. But yeah, no news in terms of DLC or other content coming to Spider-Man PS4. It seems like this is it. We of course saw the awesome Fantastic Four suits. Still think it's kind of weird that they released that with no new content to play in the future. So you never know what the future holds, but I will of course keep you up to date here. Right now it's kind of quiet. But yeah, speaking of the future, it could be that another big Marvel game might be coming this year, the Avengers project. In January 2017, it was announced that Crystal Dynamics, most recently responsible for the Tomb Raider reboot and Rise of the Tomb Raider, is working on an Avengers game. So yes, Crystal Dynamics is owned by Square Enix, and now during the Square Enix financial report, they talked about how they expect major revenue in the third quarter of their upcoming fiscal year, so that is fiscal year 2020. And Q3 of a fiscal year is October until December, so they expect major revenue in one of those months because of a major new release. Sure, it could be Final Fantasy VII Remake that was announced way back in 2015 at E3, but I find it hard to believe because the development studios switched. Nomura, the director on Kingdom Hearts 3, would focus on this project after he finished Kingdom Hearts 3, so that means that he started this month or something. I find it hard to believe that they then have this remake ready at the end of the year. And on the other hand, we have the Avengers project that should have been in development for a while now. Again, the partnership was announced in 2017 in January, but Crystal Dynamics has been free since the release of Rise of the Tomb Raider at the end of 2015. That's when the game came out as a timed exclusive on the Xbox One. Sure, they made a definitive edition of Rise of the Tomb Raider for the PS4, but most of the team was already working on this Avengers game because they noticed that they started 1 year prior to the announcement of the deal. So you would think that a fall 2019 release with 3.5 years of development time should be enough to make this game. Marvel Spider-Man from Insomniac was announced at E3 2016 and came out 2 years later, but was in development for a little less than 4 years. So that would be around the same time, right? Also worth noting is that Crystal Dynamics opened a new studio in August 2018 called Crystal Northwest that should help with the development of the Avengers project. So they are really hard at work. They're bringing in new talent to work on this, quote, very ambitious game that will be talked about when the time is right. As noted by the creative director Sean SK, and I hope I pronounced that right, over at Crystal Dynamics. Well, that time seems to be around E3 if they plan to release it this year. And I think talking about the game around or after the new Avengers movie makes a ton of sense as well. Maybe this game takes place after the events from Endgame, so it would spoil like the whole movie. or maybe they want to focus on the movie first before they shift to other projects. If we go over to Bungie sales on Twitter, we see that Square noted in their financials that a huge growth in sales is because of the lineup we currently have planned, but, and this is important, we still see risk of deviating from our targets depending on when we release new titles and on how our development efforts progress. So this basically means is that this big title, likely the Avengers project, is planned for a fall 2019 release, but it might of course get delayed if the developers need more time. So yes, that is very interesting indeed, because even if they might delay it maybe to early 2020 or maybe a little later, I think E3 2019 as a sort of unveil event makes a ton of sense. Maybe we then also see the new Batman game from Warner Montreal that has been rumored. Warner Montreal of course made Arkham Origins. Or is Rocksteady behind the other 3 big Arkham games ready to unveil their project? They now have job listings on their website for a lead brand artist who can produce world-class marketing materials for an exciting AAA game, and should also manage the quality across materials such as key art, trailers and behind-the-scenes videos. And this, by the way, reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. Rocksteady is also looking for a video-specific promo artist to create high-quality trailers and video assets for a global marketing campaign for a very high-profile AAA gaming franchise. I mean, why would you hire these people if you aren't planning some sort of reveal maybe in May or June when the E3 happens? They already said that they are not working on a Superman game, and Jason Schreier from Kotaku, who of course reported many things that turned out to be true in the past, said that he heard that it's about a group, but it's not Justice League, and it will be a games as a service type of game, so with a big post-launch content plan. So with Rocksteady gearing up for an announcement as well, I mean, Arkham Knight came out in 2015, so almost 4 years ago. Sure, they made the Arkham VR game as well, but they should have been working on this project for a really long time now. So with them now looking for people to do a marketing campaign with, and Square teasing that they have a major game in the fall, it looks like E3 will at least have one superhero game fighting for attention, maybe even Marvel vs DC, as Rocksteady is of course owned by Warner, so you would think that they're at least doing something with the DC property, right? I think this will be really exciting indeed. So while Marvel Spider-Man is likely over for now, maybe they have some secret DLC in the works, or maybe they've already shifted focus to the second game, maybe both. Either way, I think if you are looking for a new superhero game, that this E3 will be really interesting. And I think I want to go more in depth on this topic in a New York Game Show video, as I would like to revive that Sunday show, and this is a very cool topic to dive into. Also looking more at that Warner Montreal sort of Batman game. Court of Owls is rumored. They are also like working on this for a pretty long time, so maybe it all comes together at E3, but I find it hard to believe that Rocksteady's new game and Warner Montreal's new game will all be like announced at E3, but we will see, it will be very interesting indeed. Of course, subscribe for way more news on these upcoming superhero games, including if we get more Spider-Man PS4 stuff. Fingers crossed for that. Like the video to support the channel, and of course let's take a look at more Spider-Man PS4 screenshots that you can send me via Twitter at JorRaptor with the SpiderRaptor hashtag. Follow me there and share your shots, just like Christian did with this awesome kick into Mr. Negative's face. Really nice timing with the awesome effects like filling the background. It looks like Multimiles is playing a Spider-Man Battle Royale game with the Future Foundation suit. Like it looks like he drops into the map like that. Cool effect and a really nice shot. More Future Foundation suit love from Joseph with the awesome frame while doing the Web Blossom suit power. Really nice timing again with Spidey like looking into the camera there as well. Really cool. Love this one from Big Boss with the Raimi suit on top of a tower. He calls it a different version of the Spider-Man 2 movie poster, and I think it really looks great. The official wall crawler is also still at it with the awesome cyborg suit ready to land another punch on this Sable agent that still did not leave the city. Come on now, your boss is now on our side. Anyway, of course, subscribe for way more Spider-Man PS4 content. When there is noteworthy news to discuss, I will of course do it here. And I thought it was interesting to include more like superhero games in this video, right? Because again, Spider-Man is likely over, but Marvel games is just getting started. Like, they also seems to have a Guardians of the Galaxy game in development at Eidos Montreal, also at Square Enix. And maybe they're looking to expand their portfolio even more. They recently announced a collaboration with Ben Brode, who used to work on Hearthstone and is now developing a Marvel game with a smaller team. So with the major success of Marvel Spider-Man, I think Marvel games are just getting started, and DC with Warner have also been like cooking a lot of stuff. So I think everything will come together nicely. Will be an interesting time. I will speak to you next time. Keep you up to date here, and goodbye.